So that's why we want to set that budget at that much for whatever we do. And yeah, like it's so important to do that. Like to just do everything organically. You're just putting it in hope strategy. Like I hope the right people are going to see this and come by again and do all these things that you want them to do. But anyone can hope, right? That's not the strategy that you want. You want to actually put funds behind this. You want to actually put dollars behind this because the dollars are going to be able to work when you're not working. When you're asleep, your dollars are going to work. That $5.50 is meeting new potential clients wherever they're at, right? Wherever they're at online, wherever you're putting the dollars, okay? So another important thing is, well, what platform are you going to use to do your your ads, right?
Listen.
This is James Elite Love, Brands Experts Podcast. I'd like to welcome everybody to another incredible episode, Brands Experts Podcast. Right. So this week we're gonna get into something that we know is really important. Everybody needs to do, right? And that is how to set up your brand marketing budget, right? There's a lot of different ways you can do your brand marketing, right? You can do it digitally, like through social media. You can do it also digitally through emails. You can, you know, do it through direct messages. A lot of people call them DMs. You can do it that way. So there's a lot of different ways you can get at this, right? But we're going to be focused on the budget part of it, right? How to set it up, and yeah, why you need it, right? Very important. And yeah, we'll just go, through like that. And yeah, it's just very important to have one, right? Got to have it. You have to have it, unless the only time I would say if you don't need it is if you're looking at your organic marketing. So this is your marketing that you're not paying for. So this is things that you're posting on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, right? And you can estimate your return on that, like what you're posting, because you got to remember this: if you can't measure it, you you can't realistically grow it because you don't know if that just somebody randomly just bought something or whatnot, right? But if you measure it, if you know in 90 days you put in $1,000 and you got, you know, let's say 500 more followers, right? Then you'll know kind of like what that turned into, how you grew your audience. If you know that you grew by, 300 emails, so you'll know like how much that is. Okay, for real. And another reason why it's so important is you'll be able to know as well, like, because you can target when you pay, you can target for specifically what you want. So let's say you want people that, business owners, you could target for that. Say you want business owners that are into law, you can target for that. So whatever you want, you can target for that, right? Which is amazing to be able to do. Okay, so that's something that you're going to be able to do. But let's get into it, right? So what do you need? The first thing you need is money. You need to have a budget, right? When you start this, right? And your budget is going to be at a minimum for 90 days, and it's going to be like a daily amount that you're going to do, right? So and this is on average. Okay, so you know the way we like to look at it is, you want to say at a minimum you want to do $500, right? So that's a $500 minimum, right? That's really cool that you're going to do that. So Number one, it's going to be a $500 minimum. And number two, and why we say a $500 minimum, here's why we say, let's get into that part of it. Like, we're not just throwing random numbers out there, right? But we're putting $500 minimum because if we do the math on that $500, right, and we're doing this together, so we know 500 divided by 90, that's about $5.55, right? It's enough that you're going to care about it, right? You don't want to do nothing to where you're not going to care, because if you don't care, then how are you going to grow? Like, you want to do something to where you're paying attention, right, to what you're investing into. That's number one. Number two, we want it to have the greatest chance for the largest return, right? So let's say on average you're averaging 2 sales a week, right? And your product is a $200 product, right? Or service, whatever it comes out. But 90 days, so that's 3 months. So that's 4 times 3. If we do math on that, 4 times 3, that gives us 12. So you're gonna be doing pretty good, right? If we add that up, right? So if that's 12 weeks, that'll be right. And you average 2 sales, right? So let's just say it was, and let's just be nice and say you average 1 sale, right? So that's 12 times 200. That's 2,400 minus the 500. So 1,900 profit in 90 days, right? You could do a lot better, but you can also do a lot worse. You got a nice return. You got about triple the return on that. You got some customers out of it, right? And it was enough for you to pay attention, right? So, and when you do it the next month, if you keep your budget the same, you're just spending the money from what you end up pulling from the first time, right? So you're not having to go out and figure out how you're going to do it again, right? So that's why we want to set that budget at that much for whatever we do. And yeah, like it's so important to do that. Like to just do everything organically. You're just putting it in hope strategy. Like, I hope the right people are going to see this and come by again and do all these things that you want them to do. But anyone can hope, right? That's not the strategy that you want. You want to actually put funds behind this. You want to actually put dollars behind this, because the dollars are going to be able to work when you're not working. When you're asleep, your dollars are going to work. That $5.50 is meeting new potential clients wherever they're at, right? Wherever they're at online, wherever you're putting the dollars, okay? So another important thing is, well, what platform are you going to use to do your ads, right? So where you're going to do this is through Facebook, right? Facebook, they have a huge audience of, I believe 2 billion people, monthly active users. Meta is the one that owns Facebook, right? But they're going to put your stuff on Instagram, Facebook, through the messages area. They're going to find your people wherever they're at, and you can target it for the exact conversion you want. So let's say you want your audience to buy, or you want new leads, whatever you want, you can target for that exact specialty that you want, right? So that's another cool thing, right? Target for what you want, all that good stuff. So, we really want to put that out there, so that you knew what to do, how to do it, why it's important, and don't be cheap. If you want to make something, that's another thing I want to get to. If you want to make something, you got to put something into it. We believe that if you put something in, you're going to be taking everything more serious with your brand. And then you have such a higher percentage of getting something back out of that, because you put something into it, because there's something there. Like, even though when you do posts or when you're just doing organic marketing, yes, there is something there, but the bigger difference in what's there is that you're going to be paying more attention to it, right? And you have something to measure, right? We're going back to this measurement thing, right? Like, when you can't measure it, when you say, oh, Like I just posted 1,000 times and no one liked it or it didn't go where it was supposed to. Well, ask yourself, out of in your city or your area you're targeting, how many of your potential clients seen it, right? And it's probably lower than 1%, right? I mean, if it was seen 100 times in that area, well, how much conversions do you expect to get off of 100 people seeing that, right? See, it's not enough. It needs to be shown right the right amount of times, so then you can get the right amount of clicks, so you can start converting these audience members over to exactly where you want to convert them over to. That's why we say you want to have a budget. Like you got to have a budget, right? You can't expect to get everything for free. All right, open your wallet, your purse, your piggy bank, whatever, and set that budget, right? And you, and then when you get to the end of it, now you have to evaluate it. How did it do? Did you not get any clients? Did you set it up right? That's okay. It's okay. Don't look at it like you're throwing money away. See, we believe, and we'll get to this in a future episode. But a lot of people, when it comes to business, they look at profit and losses, P&L, right? Well, we look at it three ways: PLI, profit, loss, investment. If it's an investment, it's not a loss. Some people think if it didn't make immediate money, it's a loss. We don't believe that. We believe that if that's an investment, that's something that's baked into your brand that will always add value. So you've made your brand more valuable if more people know about it and all that kind of stuff, right? So we want you to look at it that way. That's a big way to look at it, okay? But yeah, we want you to set this up. You know, we have some great videos that we're going to put down in the description box that you can check out, right? That will show you how to set up your ads, right? We'll let the ad experts, nurture you through that, but we're letting you know you need to run them, right? This is the greatest opportunity in the world that has ever existed because there's more people on cell phones, on social media than it's ever been before. And you need to capitalize on that opportunity to put your brand in front of those potential clients, customers, new audience members, however that goes. You got to put your brand in front of them, right? You have to show, what you can do. You can't expect people to just know. Your family knows, but if most other people don't know how you can help them, like or don't even know you exist, then you're not fighting the right fight. You're not, fighting the right battle. And you need to fight the right battle so you can win, right? So that's important. We want to make sure that you get that done. And yeah, everything's going to be down in the description how to do that. So let's get into how we can help you. What you want to do, right? If you want help with this kind of stuff, right? Getting your ad created, because you got to remember, if you're putting money behind something that you're just saying, I can help you make money, well, that doesn't sound promising, right? How did you structure your copy? That's the message. How did you set up your creative? That's the actual video. Where did you shoot it at? Like, is it professionally shot? Is it short form, ready to go? Is it long form, ready for YouTube? Is your stuff set up properly? Well, that's why we have a media marketing and production firm. We can produce these videos for you, right? So how you get that done, right? How you know if we're the right brand company, to do that, right? You go to our media marketing and production firm, right? Separate from the podcast. But yeah, you go over there, you go to the Champions Playbook, tcb.com, fill out the media conversion. You fill that form out, right? To have a media conversion call, right? So go over there and do that. So then you can see how to get this kind of stuff done for your podcast and all that kind of stuff, right? And also over there too, we have the Media Investors Club, right? Investing is the most powerful word in branding and business, just period, because it puts you in a position where you don't have to be there. That's why we are talking about putting your dollars to work with your marketing. Your dollars are there. Your dollars moved your video to where it needs to go. You don't have to do that. Your dollars did it. And that freed up time. So EYL. Shout out Ian Dunlap. Master investor. Right, he goes over this a lot, but one of the most powerful positions you could be in is buying your time back, because we lived however many years you've lived, you have never been able to like get another year. Like 33, 31, that's over. So you want to use that time doing what you want to do, right? So using this money, setting its budgets will open you up to being able to do that, okay? And yeah, make sure you get that done. It's really important. We told you where to go to get that done. I'd like to thank everybody for checking out the podcast. We're back. We're rolling. 2023. It's been an incredible year, and we want to keep it that way. And yeah, remember, stay expert with your brand, everything you do, and yeah, create a marketing budget. Do it. Win too. Be an expert. For checking out this episode of the Brands Experts Podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out all our socials like Instagram. Make sure you check out our website, and make sure you check out our VIP, brandsexpertspodcast.com. Exclusive VIP stuff, interviews, exactly how to make money, exactly how to partner with great brands. These are things you need to know, right? You got to remember, if you want to get to where you need to go, you need to pay for that, right? That's how you pay for that value that you need. So make sure you go over there, check that out. And yeah, we're here for you. Brands Experts Podcast. Let's go.